not always where you're looking for it, it's where you find it.
Say that again.
Faith isn't where you always look for it. It's where you find it.
Explain that.
Well, I have been so sure at times that I had faith for some hard case that I was praying for, and not one thing happened. And someone came along, and I looked at him and I thought, this person doesn't have any faith at all. This will be a total washout. And they got healed. Some way I misread the face, the expression on the countenance. I didn't know the heart like God knew the heart. And that person had the faith, and I thought I had it, and I didn't at that particular moment. In the healing line, with hundreds coming, and my laying hands on them, first getting their name and address and what was wrong, I would have feelings about who I thought would get healed, who I thought might not get healed, and many times I was totally surprised, because faith is where you find it.
What would you tell somebody watching this program right now that is facing a mountain, facing a problem? What would the answer be?
I would tell you exactly what I tell myself, because I face mountains. There are times that I try something and completely fail. There are times I have problems and I don't do well with them. Sometimes I have a pain in my body and I can't get it out. And you know what I find myself winding up doing? Why? Why? Why has this happened to me? What have I done to serve this? Lord, I've served you, I believed you. Why? I'd tell you to stop using the word why. Can't I do this? Or why is this bad thing happening? And switch over to the word if. And this is what I say to myself, Orol Roberts, if you have faith, just a little bit of faith, no bigger than a mustard seed, which in Jesus' time it was said to be the smallest seed on the earth.
So you just release your faith?
Pardon me?
You just release your faith?
Well, I sort of have to go through what I'm talking about. I have to move from the why to the if I have faith. Well, of course I have a little faith, you know, even when I hurt. Even when I failed at something, I have a little faith. Now, all I've got to do, this is the truth, is simpler than we think. All you have to do is to release the little bit of faith that you've got. I remember the other day, I had fallen upon my ribs, and I didn't know if I just bruised my ribs or if I had broken my ribs. All I know, I was hurting so bad at that moment I could have cried. And the lady who was nearby helped me to lie down. And the first thought I had, why? Why did this happen? And the Lord reminded me of Matthew 17 and 20. Orol Roberts, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you can say to this mountain. And you know, this was at night, and I knew I wouldn't sleep. When I lay on the bed, I hurt so bad. I really could have cried. But suddenly, I felt my faith at least was starting up. It was going up to God. And the next thing I knew, I didn't know anything. I was asleep. And I woke up the next morning, not knowing the previous night if I could get up that next morning. I got up and I went to breakfast. And that was just a few days ago. And I'm nearly well.
You know what amazes me?
Do you realize when you really break a rib how long it takes for, and the doctor has nothing to do for broken ribs. It takes about 6 weeks. And here, just about 2 weeks, I'm virtually well, sleeping, and I'm only telling you what I do with a little faith. And I certainly didn't have a lot of faith that night, but I had a little bit. And I just turned it toward God.
What amazes me about this precious man of God is I've known him for many years, and he has lived exactly what he's been preaching, a life of faith, trusting in God. And when you face a problem, that's exactly what you need to do. Just rely on the Lord. You know, when people go swimming, if you relax, you'll float. If you struggle, you'll sink. It's time to quit struggling and just start trusting, and you'll see your miracle will come.